Say hi. Hello everyone, we're here today. We're starting to get the body prepped so that we can start getting it cut apart so we can do the stretch on it. And we're just trying to remove some of this old Line-X that's on here, that's been on it for 20 some years, so it's just old and dried up and needs to be replaced or removed anyways.
We'll figure out what we're gonna do, but yeah. But so, you found this tool. Tell us about the tool and who recommended it.
We've used this before. We've used this particular tool for stripping frames and cleaning up stuff for restorations and things like that. So I was talking to Marcel Venable, who was one of the reps from Line-X back in the day. And we were talking the other day about actually cleaning up he's working on his truck, about cleaning up the old Line-X. So we were talking about some of the techniques and stuff that have to get used. So we'll show you some of the stuff that we talked about, some of the items, and we'll show you the blades and things that are necessary to make this job easy, because if you're trying to do this by hand, you could be here for days trying to do this. So, and
not heating it up also,
and
right?
Not heating it up,
not heating it like a grinder or a
because it won't hurt your surface of your body.
Yep.
And then we're just gonna set it comes up in big pieces like this.
Which that's what I thought. I thought the grinder would be right.
Yeah, relatively easy. So. And then they'll have to use some different blades.
But just a lot of work.
It's still a lot of work. It's still a lot of work. It's not going to be an easy job.
But you saw right now how it worked.
And some of these sections are probably going to be getting replaced, so we may not be even worrying about this, because we may just be putting in a flat panel in here and not worrying about
this. Was our test section that we just tried out to make sure that this was something that we were going to do.
Yeah, that it actually was going to work for us. So
yeah,
it looks like it's working.
Nice.
Hey guys, I know when I started to telling you what we were working on, removing the Line-X, I forgot to mention the actual tools that we are using here. This is called an oscillating multi-tool, and just the little end over here just vibrates back and forth, but pretty functional for scraping things. Like if you're going to be scraping undercoating off of a car, the bottom of a car, this Line-X. It works pretty well for that. And these guys are the actual ends that I'm using, the tools I'm using for it. Mostly these two. Those are the ones I've been using for removing the Line-X. These are just some Harbor Freight ones. All of these tools, you can obviously get them from Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Lowe's. It's pretty much, most of the tool stores are going to have these. You can get battery powered ones. This one's got a cord on it, so just an oscillating multi-tool. Pretty functional for this. Thanks. So we're starting the upper bed cap section here. We're just using a flexible scraper blade, and we'll see how this works on this big open area.
Let's show people that looks so much better. It just went straight and cut that and did not damage the body.
Yeah, really at all. Just scraping a little bit of paint off.
Wow. That is the way to do it for sure.
So we'll probably the blade was just too short to do the whole thing.
Yeah, I think you just hold it and pull it up. Like peeling it back. Oh.
Cool. So we've been here today stripping all the Line-X off of our Bronco, and a couple things I've ran into today as we've been doing this. First thing is make sure you have the right end that you're using on your tool. This one is the rigid scraper. This one's been working great. Pulls the material right off.
This side is like better than the other side.
But a little trial and error. I did try this one because I was getting a little over anxious trying to speed up the process, and you can see what kind of damage it causes as opposed to the whole rest of it. So don't use one of these.
That's it, that one.
Something with teeth. Though you don't need the teeth for this process.
You can see it.
It definitely is a little bit too aggressive for what we're doing here.
This is like so nice and clean, and that's what you want. You want to keep that sheet metal nice and clean.
Yeah, this is nice because now you basically sand this down, do whatever little body work you need, prime and block, and
feather it out.
Yeah, ready to roll.
Cool.
Cool.
And then
cool. Cool. So as we've been stripping out the Line-X, our Bedliner out of our Bronco, a quick little tip I had for you. We were kind of getting into some of these bed rails, and I found this process kind of helps make it a little bit easier. So I'll do one for you a little bit. You can see it leaves your bed rails relatively undamaged doing it that way. No big dents or anything. You get a couple little scrapes here and there, but that's to be expected for getting this stuff out.
The whole end here on the side and the front.
Yep.
And then you did each of the sides.
Cut your sides first, and then go back and kind of scoop it out.
Yeah, it came out clean.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.